Distraction. D is for deep. I'm in deep. Deep into the things that are keeping me sleep. Sleep to the things that my soul really needs. Where am I? Stuck in a digital fusion, where my validation through social media is just an illusion. A dimension saturated by pop cultural pollution. My spiritual mind overtaken by the devil's intrusion. Keeping my eyes on God is the only solution. Sound the alarm.
I. There's so much going on, it's hard for me to focus. I'm looking at everybody else, but myself, I haven't noticed. I rejoice when the word is spoken, but the lusts of the flesh come in and choke it. I know I'm in my own way. I spend too much time on the internet, knowing that holiness and the world will never intersect. When it's time for accountability, I interject, because to my will, the truth is a threat.
S is for sacrifice. I make sacrifices for people, places, and things. But where is my sacrifice for my Heavenly Father? I'm always ready to do what I want to do. But when it comes to church, it's always a bother. And I walk around acting like the Lord ain't hurt. When I can wake up early for work, but I can't do it for church. After all God has done for me, and that's all He's worth. And then I wonder why I don't have the new birth. Reality check.
T, temptation. Giving in to the thing that God is against keeps my flesh alive. I need to be slayed, totally decayed, so that my soul can survive. I know that in this life I shall be tried, but I want to be immovable, like a tree planted by the water. All my steps, Lord, order, so that my chance of falling becomes shorter and shorter. Cover me, Lord, be my border. For sin, don't let me be a hoarder. Bless me to endure temptation, that I may go on to perfection and be counted blameless.
R is for real. Let's be real. How can I be real with others and point out the flaws that I see? Looking down on everybody else while I turn a blind eye to me. Let's be real. The spirit is willing, but my flesh is weak. That's why when it's time to fast, I choose to eat. When the message is on, I choose to sleep. When the benediction is given, I'm ready to go. And then I wonder why when I ask God for something, the answer is no.
A, anxiety. When Peter took his eyes off Jesus, he began to sink. He was terrified by his conditions and not resting in his word. Anxiety is a hindrance. The fearful won't make it in. My God is too real for me to pretend. Please help me to be bold, righteous, holy from within. Despite what appears, saturate me with your love that it will cast out all fear. And when the load is heavy, I'll cast my cares, because I know you'll help me if I'm sincere.
C is for committed. I'm committed to the internet, committed to my phone. Far away from the presence of God, outside of my safety zone. When it comes to disciplining myself, I'm very lenient. And slipping away from God becomes very convenient. Blinded by my desires and my personal achievements, I hope my wake-up call won't be my own notice of bereavement. Light a candle.
T, trials. Trials come in various forms, gripping my mind, leaving me torn. When harm is conceived, anger is born. I'm preoccupied in a nest of confusion. My pain is their joy. To them I'm amusing. The enemy has all these things brewing. And now it's a distraction from heaven, which I am pursuing. When I drop down on my knees to pray, thoughts enter my mind to pull me away. Lord, help me to keep knocking, because giving up is not an option.
I is for invested. I'm invested in material things. I'm invested in my goals. But where's the investment when it comes to my soul? I should be invested in God, but instead I have retail therapy, making all these companies rich at the expense of me. Because of that, I'm at work when I don't want to be. And as a result, I'm not at church when I ought to be. My financial decisions are keeping me in pain because the lack of my contentment is keeping me in chains.
Oh, opposition. Lord, don't let my opposition cause me to move my position. And all you will have me, I want to be efficient. Penetrate my mind with your word. Command my attention, that I may focus solely on you and not Satan's agenda. Keep my mouth, Lord, Quicken my ear that I may listen. Keep me calm even when tensions thicken. For I know it's you with every ram in the thicket. All my battles help me pick it. My heart when I'm wrong, prick it. That I may be clothed in humility and able to pray for my enemies.
N is for now. Now is high time for me to wake out of my deep sleep. Now is time for me to keep my sight on the Lord. Now is time for me to get right with the Lord. Now is the time for me to be connected to Him. So in the end, I don't end up being rejected of Him. Now is the time for me to cleave to Him, so that when He comes back for His church, I can leave with Him.
DISTRAction. I can't let distractions be my downfall.